What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you today with more Danmachi. Now, we're going to talk about the weekly data mines, and you'll notice here that there is not a lot to talk about, but there are a few really interesting things, and I'm going to start off with probably the hottest topic for me, and that is the rerun gacha and the rerun tail. Now, worth noting here, if I go in here, we only have these two banners. Somebody actually called this in the Before You Summon video that I dropped earlier today, and that's you don't always get a paid gacha. You don't always get the OnlyFans, as we call that, for these units. And it is truly unfortunate because it's like, you know, it would be super helpful if we were just able to get these out and able to get, basically able to just buy the unit we wanted to buy. At the end of the day, I feel like it's a detrimental thing for Right Flyer, because I feel like you'd make more profits, and I'm just going to think of this from a business standpoint. They'd make more profits if they would drop the paid banners and then give us the ability to literally just buy the unit we want to buy. I know it kind of defeats the purpose of a gacha game to an extent, but it also mitigates some of our potential losses. That said, it is a shrewd tactic, and let me explain why I say that. We know there's more incoming. I did guesstimate that between 3 and 4 weeks from now, we are going to get a rerun, and I'm going to guess that's of the Attack on Titan collab. So the Attack on Titan collab rerun does mean solid profits for a company like this, where the game's been a little on the light side for the past couple of months. That's just because the anime's not running, we don't have an anniversary, we don't have anything really crazy. It's more or less just the hardcore Danmachi fandom that's playing the game right now. Sorry, I hate to call it like that, but it is just the realest real. So at the end of the day, there is a certain amount of tactic to this, and they're going to get new people playing the game. When they do a Titan crossover, you're going to get a lot of Titan fans playing this game and maybe even interacting with the franchise for the very first time. So when it comes to that, it's pretty wise to sort of deplete the people of their free iris before those banners hit, because let's face it, Leafy is really good, Hephaestus is really good, and I talked about everybody else in the banners. So people are going to go pretty wild trying to pull on these banners, and some people are going to get lucky, some people aren't. I'm at the state now where I've got a decision to make. Am I going to drop Prism Bonds, or am I going to wager a few hundred iris going into this banner? Now, I've got Leafia Max the Whip Broken, so I'm not worried about her. And the nice part is she's an adventurer, so if you are after her, your odds of pulling her are a lot better than my odds of pulling Hephaestus, because being an assist, her odds are literally half what an adventurer's are. In theory, I would pull Alicia and Eyes at least once before pulling Hephaestus. So it's one of those give and a take type situations. You've really got to plan accordingly. For me, I really think what I'm going to do tonight when this banner goes live is I'm going to drop at least one draw for the 200 iris, and then drop one draw for the normal 400. I know I said I wasn't going to do any more summons, but I've got a Prism Bond. I'd like to save my monthly Prism Bonds. If I can pull those units, or pull Hephaestus, just one of her, then I can use my monthly Prism Bond, save a Prism Bond, and I'll be in golden shape. Now, that said, probably not the best use of my iris, but this brings me to another interesting point. I was actually going to talk about this, and I have a whole solo video that we're going to drop tomorrow regarding this, but somebody actually made this spreadsheet right here, and I'll cover this tomorrow in more detail, but basically, if you want the gist of this, it's an add-up of all the free-to-play iris that somebody was able to acquire just in January alone. And let's face it, January wasn't a stupid hype month. It was a good month, but it wasn't stupid hype. So not summoning on banners, not summoning on everything, just generally what they were able to save from the month looks like 8,002 iris. So if you're aggressive, and frankly good, because this is King 1 rank and top 50 rank in Record Buster. You know, if you look at what it says there, Record Buster Wargame got 700 iris for Record Buster, 800 for 700 for Wargame, 800 for Record Buster, 950 for Wargames. That's a really high rank. That is a straight up whale team, and another 800 for Record Buster. So your average person isn't going to pull that much, but I do feel strongly that if you are not making King 1 in Wargame, you probably, or at least King 3, I'll say, you probably need to, you know, join the Discord, talk to some people, and start working on those teams, because King 1 is, I won't say easy, but extremely doable even with some low-level teams if you really start concentrating on team building. I haven't had a hard time getting into King 1 in a very long time, and I was free to play for the first 2 years I played this game. So if you're not making those ranks, join the Discords and start talking to people and start building those teams. So you have every capability to make Iris here. So when it comes to am I going to summon on the banners, if I'd throw 300, well in this case 600 Iris at a banner, it's not the greatest thing, it's not the smartest decision, but the rerun tail we're getting is a long tail. So in the end, you could make that back. But more to my point, I really kind of wish they would do the paid banner, but them not doing the paid banner to me kind of solidifies the fact we're probably getting an AOT rerun, and they know they're going to make bank on that. So depleting our Iris now is beneficial to them in the long run. So just be aware of that. It's kind of a piggyback on my before you summon video, because if you make these decisions now, you'll be ready for what's coming here soon. Now, that is the banners. We also have information here on 7th Zone. It looks like Wind Zone, and it looks like Earth. No clue if this is AoE or single target. I think the last ones we got were single target. So I don't think we've had AoE in a good bit of time. I think these are the lesser dragons. So maybe actually I take that back. I think that's the big dragon. So this one probably will be single target. I'm fairly certain that's going to be AoE. You can usually tell by the art and what type of unit it is. Could be wrong on that though. And that's what they did last time. They did AoE and single target. So maybe that's what they're going to start doing from now on. It's fun to mix it up like that too. I kind of actually do like that because it keeps people on their toes, and you have to really constitute good team builds. So we'll see what happens when all those drop tonight. I will, per usual, drop my videos on those and get those out to you hopefully sooner than I generally do. But you know, things aren't going to be as hype this weekend as they have been historically. We just don't have as much to talk about. So that said, there is one other thing that's really interesting to me. If we go up here, we have a new asset for eyes in this kind of military uniform, and we've got a new asset for Riveria. Now, these units are really interesting. Now, this is not a gacha unit. This is not anything like that. They're not. I don't recognize them from the tail or anything like that. I want to say these are new Sword Oratoria tails incoming. So expect more Sword Oratoria tonight. That is going to be my guesstimate. We don't actually have any information on that, and I don't think they actually announced any releases. So maybe this is actually prelim. Maybe these aren't dropping tonight. Maybe these are dropping next week. But that is going to be my best guess, because it makes more sense to drop some more Sword Oratoria information on, or more, I guess, of that tail on us, so that we can kind of accrue a little bit more Iris, like I was saying before. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's the data mines. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments section. I'll be back at you guys with the live stream tonight at 9 p.m. Or around that time at least. Like, comment, share, and let me know in the comments section if you caught the Easter egg today. I'll catch you guys tonight for the live stream.